Hello, everyone. So I'm coming today to show you how to solve a system, a 2 by 2 system using the inverse of a matrix, right? So yesterday I posted a video about how to use a Gauss elimination to solve a system. Now we're gonna try this method right here, which might be sometimes more efficient. Okay, so at first, let's see how to write this in the matrix form. This is the first thing we have to do. Write this in the matrix form. Of course, which means what is a 2 by 2 matrix times a column matrix equal to another one, right? So how to write the 2 by 2 matrix? Not complicated. It's just about the coefficients of the variables. So I look at the first equation. I just write the coefficients of x and y. 2 here, that the first column is a column of x. The second column is a column of y. 2, -5, and here 3 for the second equation, 1, the one coming from this right here, 1y. That's the 2 by 2 matrix. And then the variables is x, y, of course, and then the second term will be -1, 7. Okay, and if you can verify here, you see 2 times x plus -5 times y equal to -1. 3 times x plus 1 times y equal to 7. All right. So now that we have the matrix form, let's call them names, right? Let's label them. So this one, the first one here, this is, I call it A, the matrix A. And this one here, the column of the variables, I call it the matrix capital X. And the other one here, I call the matrix B. So this is my matrix form, AX equal B. All right. So if you want to do the analogy with your regular linear system on how to solve it, for instance, if you had, let me open small box here. If you had AX equal B, right? You see, and now we're dealing with real numbers. If you want to get X by itself, some say divide by A, but here, since we cannot divide by a matrix, we're going to say multiply by the inverse. The inverse of A is 1 over A. When you multiply by 1 over A, what you get? You get X by itself, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. If you have AX equal B, A times X equal B, if I multiply both sides by the inverse of F, which is A minus 1 on the left side here, A minus 1 on the left side, these two kind of cancel out because they produce the identity. Okay, so they can cancel out. What you get, we get the solution X is equal to A minus 1 B. Of course, if A minus 1 exists, right? If A minus 1 exists. All right, so now all what you have to do is to go and find A minus 1, right? So A is 2, -5, 3, 1. 2, -5, 3, 1. So I posted yesterday a video on how to find the inverse. So we know the formula by now. I hope you guys know the formula. So this is A, this place B, this place C, this place D, right? So, and we calculate yesterday, if you refer to yesterday, we calculate AD minus BC, which is called the determinant, right? But we don't use this word too much in our classroom. So this is 2 times 1, right? 2 times 1 minus 3 times -5. We do the math. This is 2 plus 15, which is 17, right? Since 17 is not 0, then a minus 1 exists. A minus 1 would be 1 over 17. We open up the parentheses. I remember what we said. So we swap the 2 and the 1, right? 1 comes up here, 2 comes down here. And these two, we change to the opposite. The 3 and the negative 5, we don't swap them. We just change them to the opposite. It's going to become negative 3 and positive 5. That's a minus 1. So you see, all what I have to do is to multiply this matrix by the matrix B. So what is the solution? The solution is xy equals a minus 1, which is 1 over 17, right? 1, 5, negative 3, 2. 1, 5, negative 3, 2, multiplied by negative 1, 7, right? That's what you said. We said x is equal to a minus 1 times b. That's the solution. If we do this multiplication, then we are done. So now, if you recall how to multiply matrices, the size, right? 2 by 2. This one is a 2 by 1. These two match, so the product is possible. And the size of the product will be 2 by 1, right? It's going to be a 2 by 1. So now, because 1 over 17 is not an easy number, I leave it out for the moment. I don't involve 1 over 17 now. I just do the product. This is a 2 by 1, right? So to find the first one, I multiply the first row, which is 1 times negative 1, plus 5 times 7. And to find the second one, I multiply the second row by the same column. Negative 3 times negative 1, plus 2 times 7. I just do the math. It's going to be, this is 35, this is 34, right? It's going to be 1 over 17. The first one is 34, and the second is 14 plus 3 is 17, right? Now I can go ahead and put the 1 over 17 inside, right? It's going to be 34 divided by 17, and 17 divided by 17, which is simplifies nicely as 2, 1. You see, we have our solution. So x is equal to 2, that's xy, right? That's xy, meaning x equal to 2 and y equal to 1. So x equal to and y equal 1. All right. So for you, you have to know both ways. You have to know how to solve a system using Gauss elimination. So you can refer to my first video to help you. And also you need to know how to solve a system using the inverse of a matrix. And you can refer to this video to help you out. Thank you very much.